Hey everybody, this is Mike, and today I'm looking at Haze Island. This was originally a print and play game, and I think the files are still available on BGG, so I'll link to them, and if you like what you see, you can try it out. But then additionally, you can buy nice printed versions from the designer's website, and I think they have free shipping to anywhere in the world, which is pretty cool. This is a review copy, by the way, and I am doing a review as well, so check out that video after you watch this if you like. So Haze Island can be played cooperatively, solo, or competitively. I'm going to focus on the solo play today just because I have played cooperatively, but it's a little bit harder to do it two-handed, so if you get the game for solo play, I do recommend playing the solo version provided. We're going to go through setup, how to play the game, and then try a whole playthrough. My win percentage for this is about 1/3 of the time, so not expecting to win today, but we'll see how close we get. So to begin the game, you're going to separate out all of the high seas and cursed map cards from the deck and put them in a face-down discard pile. You're also going to shuffle all of the adventure cards, and you want to have them with their little two icon side face up. And finally, you're going to randomize and shuffle the doom cards. If you just flip them kind of short end over end, you get a nice little randomized one. You can see what's on the top. Then for solo, we're going to have the entire map deck to ourselves. If you're playing cooperatively, 2 or 3 players, you would pass it around as you use cards. But you're going to start out one location. Whenever you create a location, what you do is you take the card, and you got an island here with some icons we'll talk about. And you take the topmost adventure card, and you just form a little square-shaped island. Isn't that pretty? So let's talk about the key details on an island and an adventure. So first, you've got the resource that you can always get at this island. What you do is you can use an action to put one of your little pirates down there, and then at any future point, you can remove that pirate to pay for one of the indicated resources here. It's rum. Second, you've got the raid value for the island. Basically, that's how many cards you can draw to try to get resources as map cards instead of as the icons from the islands. We'll see how that works soon. You've got skull icons in some of the corners. That will be used when we attack the Doom, which is kind of the evil, malevolent force we're going after. You've got partial diamond shapes that will indicate how much it costs to move from island to island. This one has 1.5, so you know it's going to be a more expensive way to go, generally speaking. And then finally, for the adventure card, you see the 2 things that are required to resolve that adventure. In this case, to deal with the Mermaid Queen. You got to give her some gold, and also use some whirlpool spells to get that adventure. Now to finish setup, you put the Doom die on this starting island on its 1 value. It's going to increase as the game goes on, which will be the timer and also a threat to you. And you're going to put your little ship token there. If you had more than 1 player, they'd all go on the same space. Now, let's get into how to play the game. So the key thing is this big map deck is basically your hand and your timer for each round. And what happens is on a turn, you can take an action. Generally speaking, most actions will discard 1 or more cards to the map discard pile, which is face down. So a lot of times you won't see the cards you're discarding. And that's what you do to move around. You'll create new islands with cards from the map deck. You'll get resources with cards from the map deck. And to win the game, you have to destroy the Doom. So that's this evil die thing that's chasing you around. And each of these Doom cards, just like the Adventures, has icons, but they're always spells. So in this case, you need 2 Hurricanes and 2 of any of the 3 types of spells to defeat this Doom card. So once you defeat all 6 of the Doom cards, the game will end. But when that happens, you also have to have a total of 30 icons, basically 30 victory points to win. So each of the Adventures will be worth 2 icons if you get it when it's on its 2 side. If you wait too long, they flip to their 1 side. It's only worth 1 icon. And also, if you use these little purple special powers, you flip the adventure to its 1 icon side. So the Doom itself will tend to give you about, in my experience, about 20 or so icons. So you're going to have to get some adventures completed as well before you defeat the last Doom to win. In terms of losing, that's pretty simple. The Doom will be chasing you. It's going to increase its value by 1 and then move that much after you every turn. And whenever it reaches you, it will damage your little pirate cubes if they're on your ship. If they're not, then you might just get totally killed. And if you ever don't have enough pirate cubes in your supply to discard them when you get damaged, then you lose. So let's go through the core actions we can take in the game. First, I'm going to scout a new location because I want to do that anyway. And I know the Doom is going to move 2 at the end of the turn, because again, it always increases and then goes up 1. And this side will probably only cost 1, because most cards only have 1 little diamond, so it would just be a 1 cost, because it's how many completed diamonds it is. Whereas this side would cost 2. And I like that it will cost 2, because the more I scout and get rid of these map cards from the deck, the more that I will have taken out my timer because you go through this map deck every round. So if you remove cards from it, that deck is smaller and more efficient, but that's bad for you because you don't want to run out of time. So let's say I wanted to scout right here on this side. So I declare the side first. I take the top adventure card so I can always see what's going to be required. And then I reveal the island. I make another little thing. And I always put the bottom coming from wherever I just investigated. So you do see in this case, this is going to be a 2-cost movement to get to the ice island here, where there's a trading post that needs some fire magic, some fireballs, and some money. And I also see that it provides whirlpools, which is nice because whirlpools are one of the 3 spells that the Doom needs to be defeated. And also you'll see that I need a whirlpool on the current Mermaid Queen quest, and also a whirlpool on the upcoming quest, because you can see what the topmost one is. So that's a scout action. One of the next most common actions is raiding. And raiding you can only do on islands that have a little gold value in the corner here. You draw the indicated number of cards, and you keep one of them for your map card hand. Map card hand can hold only a maximum of 3 cards at a time. If you get more cards, you have to discard down to 3. And these cards can be used to complete adventures or to defeat the Doom, along with pirates that you've placed on islands that can be returned to your supply to get the indicated icon. So as an example, if I had let's find one. If I raided to get a little money card here in my hand of 3 cards, and then I additionally had put a pirate on that, I could spend an action, which takes discarding a card. Remember, pretty much everything you do takes discarding a card. I could return that pirate for the whirlpool. I could discard this money, and that would fulfill this adventure and get it to my hand of adventure cards, my little captain's log. And that would both give me 2 icons towards winning the game, and also would allow me to use its little purple special power if I wanted to, though that would cost me 1 icon and put it to its little X side. So that's a lot to throw at you, but again, the raid action is how you get cards in your hand. The main way you're going to complete adventures and the Doom, because putting pirates on these islands is not really enough usually to complete things by itself. But speaking of, you can deploy a pirate for a single map card to an island, only if you don't have a pirate there already, so you can't like put 3 pirates on the same island. You can sail to a discovered island by spending the indicated number of diamonds. So like 2 would get me from, what is this, Cultist Island to Ice Island over there. You can complete an adventure that you have all the resources for, as I already showed. That does cost a map card to do. And again, you have to discard cards and or return pirates to equal the icons that are needed. Attacking the Doom is the exact same. The only difference with that is you have to check your fate. So what you do is you flip the top card of the map deck. This is fun. And you pick a corner. So let's say I picked this one, and you reveal it, and if there's not a skull, you're safe. If there is a skull, then you just waste that action and have to try it again and discard the card that you drew in either case. But that's how you defeat the Doom, and again, you need to win the game by defeating all 6 of the cards. And the last action is a special one just in solo, because you are pretty limited in what you can get sometimes. If you are on an island with an icon, you can, for 1 action, discard a card and then search through the entire deck and find a card with that exact icon and add it to your hand. It's kind of like a really targeted raid. Now, the regular raid lets you get anything, so you don't have to be on the correct island, which might be better in some cases. But if you really want a specific thing, then that's a steal action in solo is great. All right, so let's get into the actual play of the turn. I've already given myself an escape route. That's something I like to do very early in each of my turns, because again, by being here, I know that at the end of the turn, the Doom is going to uptick to 2 and then move up to 2 towards me. And since this is a 2 diamond space, he's going to cost his whole power to move there, which means he'll have no power left to damage my ship and get rid of these cubes. So again, I'm already safe if I move there by having scouted that island. So now what I want to do is try to complete some of these adventures, and it'd be lovely to destroy my friend right here. I'm on a great location already, because this is a 2 scout, which is preferable to a 3 scout, because you aren't discarding as many cards from the deck to find things. So I'm going to start, raid. So I'm going to start raiding. If I get some money, that'd be great, because along with the whirlpool I can access here, I can complete this adventure. Money can also help me out over there with the trading post. I wouldn't mind getting some fire, and I could, worst case scenario, get some grog or another whirlpool. But I'd also love to get some hurricanes and some other spells to actually hurt the Doom this turn. So let's raid first. And all you're looking at here are the icons. So good, I did get the money, and this just goes on top of the discard pile. Okay, let's go again. Oh, sweet, I got a fire, so don't need the little crew thing there. So I could now run over to Ice Island and complete this adventure, because remember my max hand size is only 2. Although I would be getting rid of a spell that might help me defeat the Doom. But sure, let's go ahead and do it. So 2 to move over there. And I'll be safe as long as I leave 2 to get back to that place at the end of the turn. And then it's always 1 to complete an adventure. The other cards get discarded. So I do take this. I add it to my captain's log. So this is 2 icons toward winning. Remember, I need 30 total, including the about 20 I'll get from the Doom. But I could use this, look at and reorder my map deck. So that'd be great at like the beginning of a turn to make sure the things I need are on top. But when I do that, I would flip it and it would only be worth 1 icon. It would not have a power anymore. So each of these is usable once per game. So I'll just kind of put that over here. All right, now while I'm here, I know I need to damage the Doom with some spells. So might as well go ahead and get a Whirlpool. That does cost me 1 map card as well. All right, so let's see. You're allowed to count at any time. I've got 8 map cards left. So if I went back here for 2 and then back to the Whirlpool space for 2, that would leave me with 4 left to play with. So the question is that worth it? There's no way I'm going to get the money. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say there's no way. There's a possibility I would get the money to complete that adventure as well with the Whirlpool thing I have. So, hey, let's take the chance. So I'll move back here for 2. I will go ahead. So I have 2 chances. Well, not really 2 chances. Let's start with 1 chance. And they're still on the 1, sorry. Now let's raid once. Hope I get money. Pretty low chance, but hey, anything's possible. Oh, I did get a Hurricane to defeat the Doom with, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. And I guess I can raid again and then move back. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take out another card from when I reshuffle, so my turn next time, or my round next round, will be shorter, but let's see if I can get another spell. Fire spell, that's fine, because I do need 2 of any kind of spell plus 2 Hurricanes. So I should be set with my Whirlpool and these 2 spells to defeat the Doom, at least that top card, next round, as long as I can find a Hurricane. So I'm going to use my last 2 cards I was saving to move away from the Doom, and that is the end of the round. So a few things happen at the end of night. First of all, if there are any adventures that have a single icon left, because you're going to see in a second the double icon ones flip to single, then they turn into open sea, which actually opens up more of the map for you to move, or for the Doom to chase you. Then I'm going to increase the Doom's strength by 1, and it's going to spend all its power to try to chase me. It costs its full value of 2 to get over here, so nothing left to destroy me. Hooray. Then in the new dawn, I rotate all the double icons to single icons. So now there is a ransom note to mail here, if I had a little gun icon there. And then I also get new adventures on any places I've completed, which is another good reason to complete things. Now, if there were multiple, I would choose in what order they get placed so I could put, like, good things near me. But this is pretty good, because look, the Whirlpool I have and the Grog I have, so that's going to be an easy adventure to get as long as I don't mind moving a bit. Okay, finally I'm going to shuffle all the map cards together, and this is pretty significant because last round, just the first round of the game, you don't have these 9 High Sea and Curse cards in, but they will be in the mix now, and they have a few special things about them. They still have icons, so you can still put pirates on them to get these resources. But you'll notice you can't raid here because there is no gold value. They cost a ton to move into. And the red diamonds here, those mean that those sides I cannot scout across or move through, but the Doom can. So these cards are pretty terrible if they fill up the board because they're going to be making it a lot tougher for me to get around. And then also you'll notice the cursed cards have 4 skulls in the corner, which, remember, whenever I try to attack the Doom, I have to check the skull, so that's not good for me either. So I'm going to shuffle those in and get started with the next round. So generally speaking, I like to kind of bounce back and forth in the solo mode because, you know, if I move over here and then increase the map a little that way, that'll have the Doom follow me that way. Then I can come back over here and increase the map a little more that way. So that tends to be the way that I've won the most. But I don't want to leave yet because if I can get my last Hurricane, I can hit the Doom right now before I get out of here. So let's go ahead and raid. This is a 3 raid spot, so not quite as good as the 2 one. Okay, I got... crud. Some really useful spells, but none that I was looking for. And also not the grog that would let me finish this adventure. So a little bit of a rough result there. I guess I can grab the Hurricane, though. Or, I mean, the Whirlpool. Okay, so at this point, if I get any more cards from raiding, I will have to discard some cards from my hand, which is definitely a bummer. I guess I could use my trading post to reorder the cards in my map deck. That's not such a bad idea. I should have done it right away there. So, sure, let's try that. So I'll lose one of my things, but now I can reorder. I'm going to put all the stuff I need, including, I guess, that little gun icon near the top. All right, well, that took a little while because I tried to set up my entire turn. Those are pretty cool adventure cards, so let's see if I did it correctly. I'm going to raid again. If all goes as intended, I should have the thing I want on top. And yes, good. There's a hurricane. So I have to switch out something. I guess it doesn't matter much as long as it's not the hurricane. Okay, next I'm going to go for the Doom. Okay, I think there was a skull here, so let's try over here. Yes, okay. Well, I didn't remember where it was, but that's okay. So my check is complete. I can attack the Doom. I need 2 hurricanes and 2 of any other type of spell, so I'll return one of my pirates to get a whirlpool plus discard a whirlpool. So my whole hand is gone, but I do get the Doom, both 1/6 of the way toward ending the game, but also I get 4 icons here for my victory. Need 30 total. Okay, next I'm going to raid again. I think I'll get some grog. And yes, I did. Okay, and then I'm going to put my sailor back there. And I'll spend 1 to complete this adventure. So that's with the grog and with the whirlpool from my sailor. So I get this. Ignore the Skull of Fate if revealed. So not a very powerful one there. I'll probably just keep that for the 2 icons. Okay, the next I was going to move over. I was going to search for that gun with a raid. Yes, there we go. So I got it as a second one. Although I guess I could have just done a steal action and just dug into the deck for it anyway. Okay, then I'll spend 1 to get that. So that's only a 1 value adventure, but every little bit helps. Okay, and then I'm going to scout for a new island. I think I did this right. Yes, okay. So I wanted this because it's got another one of the spell icons, and it's great to have a bunch of those on the board. I'll also add a new adventure here. Let's see, I've got 5 left. So I can go over here, I could put, what do I need now? Oh, I need 2 fire plus 2 of any spell, which unfortunately is the one type of spell I don't have easy access to. So, let's see, I need 2 to move, so I could just raid once. And then if I move over here, I could put a sailor down on that island. And yeah, they won't be able to reach me because it's 2/4, and they're only going to move 3 this turn. So, let's, oh, don't discard them over there. I did not check what these were, so these probably won't help me much. Oh, so you can get a whirlpool or money. I mean, I'll keep the spell just to destroy the Doom. I don't really know if I'll need money for a upcoming adventure or not. Then I'll do 2 to move over here, and my last one will put a guy here to get a hurricane ready to go, although it's not needed for the current Doom. Alright, so that's the end of round 2, and yeah, I forgot to say, how another way the game ends is, once the die is already at 6, at the end of that round, it'll attack you with 7 power, and then the game ends immediately, so you have to defeat it before it gets to that point. Alright, so first of all, any single adventures would go away, but I got rid of all of them, so we don't get any of that yet. Doom goes up to 3 strength and moves 1/2. Does not have enough to move the next space, so stays there on Cultist Island. Seems like it would fit in there. Double icon adventures get rotated. Oh, man. I wish I'd kept that gold now, because there we go. It was waiting right for me. And then I get to put new adventures down, but I can choose where they go, although I can't see the next one. So fire and gun doesn't seem likely. Let's see if I can get something easier and right next to me. Oh, another fire and gun. That's weird. We had 2 with the exact same needs, but so it goes. And we shuffle the map deck, and we're back ready to go again. Alright, so like I said, I like to choose my escape route before I get too far into a turn. So I'm looking. If I scout either of these ways, if it ends up being a half diamond to complete a 1 diamond cost, that would not be enough to get away from this guy once he increases to 4. Whereas over here, they've both got 2 diamond sides, plus the 2 diamond already there. So if I go over here and then go either way, I should be safe. Which makes me think I should go into the middle, raid a bit until I can get 2 fire icons, hopefully, because that's what I need to finish off the Doom this turn. I've already got a whirlpool plus my hurricane waiting here. Then I can get over here, scout either way, he'll follow me, and then I can kind of run back the other way again. So yeah, let's try that. So I'm going to move twice first. Hopefully there wasn't a fire in one of those. Then I'm going to raid for a while and hopefully get fire pretty quickly. Let's see, a map or a fishy crew member. None of those have any help for me at all, so I'll just be discarding them most likely. Okay, raid again. Crew and grog. Again, nothing related to anything. I mean, I guess I have to grab 1, but I'm sure I'll be discarding them. Okay. Come on. Well, there's a gold, so I could go back that way and complete that. or a gun, but I mean, to complete that I have to use fire, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I guess I'll keep the gold for now. I'm gonna have to discard down to 3. Okay, this plan looks kind of terrible because I'm not getting any fire. There's a hurricane. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it is a spell. That means I wouldn't have to get rid of my pilot hurricane. Although, wait, it wouldn't matter because I would have to discard down to 3 anyway. All right, jeez. Okay, come on, fire. Yeah, I know you're in here. Oh, yes, okay, there's one. There's one. That is better. So I just need one more. Come on, come on, come on. No. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. I need 2 to move. Another one to scout a new island. Assuming I get lucky, I need 2. So if I don't get fire soon, I'm in a bad way here. No. All right. All right. So I guess I just won't be attacking this turn. Jeez. Wait, 2 to move. 2 more to move again. 1 to scout. Yeah, I don't have enough time to attack him. Okay. Okay. So this was kind of a poorly chosen course of action anyway. All right, so I'll move for 2. Let's scout up. Now, I could get unlucky and get, like, some super expensive cursed island or something, but hopefully not. Let's see. Oh, man. Well, it is 3 to move up there. It's not great. I do have 3. All right, so I'll put a guy on the whirlpool. That'll help me to not have to use some of my spell cards as I run. And then I'm going to run up here. Gosh, that was a cruddy turn. So, going to the end of the round. First, this is the first time we'll see this. Single icons become open sea. Now, do note that this does mean that they now suddenly have a different way to go, but that'll never get an adventure card ever again. This guy's going to increase to 4, and he'll actually stop there, which I don't know if I like much. I'd rather him be on the extreme, because he doesn't have enough to finish off the movement there. All these single adventure cards go down. So there's a crew one, a little octopus crew one, and a map. So unfortunately, none of those are things I can easily get or even have. So not much luck there. And then if I had finished any adventures, I would refill them, but I didn't. Yeah, this was a terrible turn. And the other bad thing is that I kept 3 cards in my hand, which means that I literally have fewer cards this turn to play with. But so it goes. All right, I'm going to start raiding for fire. Maybe I should search for a fire island. I guess that would help a lot more. Move these guys down a bit and see if maybe I can get something going on here. I mean, the chances seem so low, but let's take the chance. Oh, gosh. Okay, so this is a high sea. It would cost a ton to move over there, which I guess could protect me. But, yeah, that's not great. I usually have the icon I need to do that adventure, but, yeah, okay. Let's just try to find fire again. Oh, okay, first one. That's good. Okay. So I have what I need to defeat the Doom again. Only the second time I've done it, though. This is not looking like it's going to be a winning game, but we'll keep trying anyway. So I'll move 3 down to the Doom. I'll do my little skull chuck. So let's say this corner. Ah, the only one on there. Let's do the same one again. Okay, we're safe this time. Okay, so I'll do 1, 2. Those are my non-fire spells. And then we'll discard the 2 fire spells as well. It does get me my second Doom card. Oh, and cool. This time I can just do 4 of any type of spell. I've already got a hurricane. Let's see if I go digging. Yeah, let's do the little steal action where I dig down and try to find... So if there's no hurricane in here, I mean, no whirlpool. But I can also see what else is in here. So there is another hurricane. There's 2 hurricanes waiting for me. And I got this whirlpool. So if I spend an action to get a guy, that's 3 of the 4 whirlpools, or 4 spells in general I need. But again, I got to calculate. All right, so if I run and run, he would go to 5 this turn. So he'd only destroy 1 of my crew. I can probably afford that. So as long as I keep 4 cards, I should be able to go. So that would mean I would only have enough to search once. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my odds are not too great, but there are 2 hurricanes in here, I know. So let's see. Grog, crew. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, all right. Now I just need to... I have 2 chances to get not a skull. Although I guess I could use my little Ignore a Skull of Fate adventure from earlier. So let's say this is a skull. Oh, a cursed. Any of them. Well, I have 1 more chance before I use my my little extra chance there. So let's say this one. Good, no skull. Okay, so I do 3 spells plus my 1 crew that had a spell. So it does do another Doom. Awesome. So I'm halfway through the Doom. But yeah, I mean, in terms of icons, I've only gotten 4 adventure icons apart from the Doom ones. And again, you generally need like at least 8 to 10. So not looking great there. But I did leave myself just enough to run over here. The Doom is going to catch me, but not for too much damage. All right, so speaking of, we get a lot of places becoming water now because I've not been adventuring enough. This is not great. I mean, it does mean that I can move to a lot of different places, but it also means that I don't have adventures to go to. I can't clear out adventures to get new ones, and the Doom can just come all over the place. So that'll be 2, 4. 1 power is left, so he kills one of my pirates, except for some map card adventure effects. I can never get those back. This flips, and yeah, nothing new to put out. Okay, so he is on the 5, which means I have 2 rounds left to win the game. Because at the end of this round, he's going to turn to his 6th side. At the end of that round, he's going to turn to his 7th side. At that point, it's done. So I need to hit him for Doom 3 more times in 2 rounds, and also get some more icons. I mean, right now I've got 8, 9, 11, 15, 16, definitely 19. Each of these is 3 or 4, so let's say an average of 7. So that's 26. So with sort of average luck, I would need 4 more adventure icons to win. Gosh, that seems like a tall order. Okay, to damage him at the moment, I need Fire and Whirlpool, which sadly none of those are near me. I still don't have a consistent source of fire. Let's see, the current topmost thing needs a little squid guy and a whirlpool, so I guess I might want to go back towards the whirlpool. Let's spend 1 map to leave a crew member here. Move over here, and I have a 2 raid here. I probably want to stay there and raid a bit before I move on. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I got a hurricane. I already have a hurricane though, so that's actually not going to help me to defeat this guy at all at the moment, and the other thing is not useful. Let's see. Okay, there's a fire I need. So now if I get the whirlpool... Oh, wait, but there's the crew that I would need eventually for that, but I think the fire is more important. So I just need a whirlpool now, which I could get by going there, but that's a ton of time to just walk back and forth, so I guess let's try raiding some more. That's nothing helpful. Yeah, this is not looking good. Oh, okay. All right, I'll take that. Definitely take that. Okay, let's move back. God, this is not looking good. Let's go in and pick no skull here. Yes, no skull. All right, so I will be attacking him with a whirlpool with fire, and then let's use my pilot token, I should think. That does get me another Doom. Okay, and this is a 3. It needs a hurricane, which I've already got. And that needs fire. Everything needs fire. So let's see. To really, like, truly escape from this guy, that would be 2, 4. That would not really be enough. I mean, I would be barely alive, but that's it. But then for that, I would need 3 more, so that'd be 7. I have 8 cards left, so I could just get over there, but that doesn't really seem worth it. I guess if I go here, but then I'll have no crew at all to do anything with. I mean, yeah, like I said, victory seems pretty far-fetched at this point, but hey, let's take our chance at least. I'll do 1 to leave that there. I will move 2 to here. I will move 2 to here. 2 Doom cards left. And yeah, I'll move 3 up to there. Good luck. Alright, so this becomes open sea, which means, yes, there are literally no adventures unless I scout some new ones. And then he's up to his highest value. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he cannot follow me. Again, I don't like that. I wish he was on me so I could actually attack him. Alright, so my chances here are slim to none, but let's go ahead and take him. I'm going to try to get some fire. No. Okay. I guess I'll keep that guy for that 1 adventure I can see. Let's see if we can get some fire again. No, we cannot. Fire. Now, there should be 3 in here, by the way, because there's 3 of each icon, and I don't have any islands out that show it. So there's a fire. Thank you very much. So I could go down and attack him, and then, I don't know. Yeah, okay, so let's go 3 to get down here. I will do my skull check right there. I'm fine. So it's a fire, and I can use my... Well, I guess I'd rather use the card. Actually, I would need to. You know, so let's say that before I did this check, I did that. Then I'll discard that, plus these two to finish off that Doom. And oh, the last one is Whirlpool City. So I can get a Whirlpool automatically, so let's do the little steel icon, see if there's a Whirlpool in here. There is. Okay. And then I'll do an action. Whoops. Let me shuffle this. Do an action to put that down here. Okay, so I am ready to defeat him, but I don't have the required 30 icons. Not even really close. I've got 3, 6, 10, 14, 15, 17, 21, 22. That'd be 25. Oh my gosh, I'm 5 short. So there is no way I can possibly win this. But I guess we'll see if I can at least try to get one more adventure. So let's scout. Haven't done that in a long time. Of course, it's a high seas. So, yeah, very expensive to get there. So 3, I had everything I need, but then I wouldn't be able to defeat him anymore. Yeah, so I'm just going to defeat him and lose by points. At least I'll know that I've rid the world of the Doom. So let's do a skull check. I guess right here, there's none. So that's 1 Whirlpool, 2 Whirlpools, and a third spell. I do defeat the Doom, but sadly that ends the game, and I am 25 points, so 5 short of what I needed to win the solo game on the standard difficulty. But there you go. That is Haze Island, at least in the solo mode. Cooperative is pretty similar. Whenever I spend map cards, they go to my friend, and it just goes around the table like that if you're playing 3-player, and only the last person in turn order actually discards them to the discard pile. You need to get more points, so there is a bit of more of a focus on filling the adventure cards and not just defeating the Doom. And also there's an action where you can trade cards to each other. It's pretty cool. If you want to hear my thoughts on the solo and cooperative mode, go check out the review video, and we'll see you at the next stop.